For this video, I will be explaining how DNS works in a couple of different scenarios. My first scenario, I'm going to explain how an external user would be able to access my internal website. Um, I'm going upon the understanding that I already have my web server registered with DNS so that the authoritative name servers know my IP of my web server. So we will start with the external user. The external user will punch in the address to my site, www.mysite.com. From there, that request will be forwarded to the ISP's DNS server. That DNS server, as I imagine, does not know exactly the IP address, nor does it have an associated address with that website address, with that URL. So from here, it will send a request back saying that it does not know, but here is the IP address of the root DNS. So the external user's computer will send out a request to the root DNS. The root DNS server will reply back saying that it does not know where the IP address of mysite.com is, but it will send back an address to the external user of the DNS name.com name server. As you can see, mine is a .com website, so the .com name server might know more where it is. So it'll forward a request from the external user to the .com name server. From there, the .com name server doesn't know exactly where it is, but it knows where the servers are that do know where my address is. So it will send a request back or send a message back to the external user stating the IP of the DNS authoritative server. From there, the external user will send a message to the authoritative server, which will give a definitive IP address back on exactly where the website is that they're looking for, mysite.com. So that message gets sent back to the external user. From there, the browser automatically um, connects with the IP address at my internal web server at mysite.com, and it will send a GET message to them, and it'll request the information at my page. The second scenario I'm going to explain is when an internal user wants to access my internal website. Um, from here, the user will punch in the website in the browser, and it will send a message to my internal DNS server. Since my web server is on the internal network, it will send back the address of my internal web server to the internal user. From there, the internal user will connect directly to the web server. Well, not directly, but it will connect to the web server and request the desired information. The third example I'm going to explain is if the same internal user here would like to connect to www.odawa.us as web server. The same thing kind of happens in the original example, except it will go through a different name server. So I'm going to show the path here real quick. The internal user will send out a request that'll go through the internal network out of my router, also to the ISP's router to the ISP's DNS. If the ISP's DNS does not have an address for odawa.com, it will reply saying it does not, but it will also give the IP of the root DNS server. From there, we will get it. The root DNS server does not know exactly where it is, so it'll send back a message with the DNS.us name server. From here, that one also does not know the exact address of odawa.us, but it will send back the address of the authoritative server. So the message comes all the way back to the internal user, and the internal user will connect back through to the authoritative server, which the authoritative server will give the exact IP address of the Odawa server, which gets sent back to the internal user's computer. From there, it will connect with an HTTP GET request to the odawa.us server, and this server will reply back with the requested information to the internal user.